Sisters, I couldn't find a box big enough, but I found this trunk downstairs. It's the one left over from the charity magic show a few years back. Remember Father Schneel's act? Anyway, I just heard it on the radio. Sorry, sister, sorry.
It's actually pretty warm in here. You're such an ass.
I'm sorry, sisters. I forgot the bells had rung and we weren't allowed to talk.
Today hasn't been so bad, has it? Only 3 times.
You know, when I grew up in the orphanage, I'd always get into trouble for making too much noise.
George, I didn't know you were an orphan.
I am?
You just said you were.
Huh. I did?
Yes, you just said you grew up in an orphanage.
Oh, but I wasn't an orphan. My father was the groundskeeper and we lived on site. An all-girls orphanage, which was an awfully nice place to grow up. You catch my meaning. There was one girl in particular. I never knew her name, but I used to see her watching me out her window all the time. Even when I was just eating lunch or reading. She'd stare at me in my old monogram work shirt and smile. And naturally, I'd smile back and kind of wave like this. You know, she went back like this. And of course, I give her my Valentino eyes like this.
Woo!
And then she, I'm sorry, sister, sorry.
What was it you wanted, George?
Wanted?
Yeah, you know.
Oh, right, they said on the radio that a heavy frost is expected tonight.
Frost.
So soon?
We'll have to drop everything and harvest the grapes.
But what about these robes? Mother Superior told us to have them repaired and shipped out by tomorrow. We can't pick grapes and finish all this sewing.
Well, I can help with the grapes. I don't mind.
Oh, George, could you?
Sure, I've already finished all my chores. And besides, if the grapes go bad, you won't be able to make any of your juice for the poor.
Glory be. Sister Philomena will skip dinner tonight and help George. Then we'll come back, rush through the rest of the sewing. George, we'll grab our buckets. We'll meet you in the field.
All right.
George, what's that in your pocket?
Oh, I almost forgot. Mother Superior got a telegram from Rome. It's marked Importante. That's Italian. I wonder what it means, though. Important, right? Got it.
Important, George. It means important.
We'll see that she gets this right away.
Good. I'll see you in the vineyard.
Orchard, George. Remember, Mother Superior doesn't like us to call it a vineyard.
Once we start picking those grapes, Augusta, we'll have to start making our wine. But we don't have enough bottles or space or time.
What choice do we have? Our you-know-what is the only thing keeping money coming into this convent. Without it, the church would close us down for good. Now, come on, Philomena. We have to help George. We can't let that grape harvest go bad.
Let what go bad, sisters?
Superior!
We didn't see you come in. Let what go bad?
George, Mother Superior. We can't let George go bad.
What do you mean?
We were just talking to him, and it seems he's been treading the path of sin.
What sin?
I saw him drinking out.
Don't say that word, sister. You know how much I despise that word.
Sorry, Reverend Mother.
George lives here on the grounds. Where would he get? You know what?
He drives into town at night, Mother Superior, and buys bottles of that devil's drink that seems to be so popular among the locals. Sister Philomena and I were going to skip dinner tonight and counsel him.
This is terrible. George has been our groundskeeper for years. He's never given me a moment's worry. Perhaps I should speak to him personally. No, Mother Superior, you can't. Why not?
He doesn't know you know, Mother Superior. It might embarrass him. He so looks up to you, and it might be much easier coming from Sister Philomena and me.
Very well then. But remember, you may counsel, but you cannot preach. And hurry back. We're expecting that new edition, Sister Mary, that came from us from Cardinal Redding himself. Yes, Mother Superior.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Yeah. Oh, I see George found a trunk to ship the robes in. Oh, it's Father Chenille's old magic trunk. That That man was the worst magician ever. The only thing he can make disappear was an audience. What's this?
George brought in a telegram for your Mother Superior.
From Rome. Don't dawdle, sisters. George needs your salvation.
We'll fill the empty juice bottles with the you-know-what we pressed tonight.
The Mother Superior uses those for grape juice. She'll find out.
Nonsense. You just said there are still 2 full bottles. We just make sure we use those until we get the other bottles back from town tomorrow. Then we'll transfer the you-know-what into the you-know-what bottles. And that's it.
That sounds like a good plan, but that's kind of crazy.
Well, what choice do we have?
Okay, we have to try.
That's all we can do. Come on.
Oh, merciful heavens, what will we do? Sister Philomena, Sister Augusta,
What is it, Mother Superior?
From my play.
Rome has sent out a decree ordering all insignificant convents to be shut down immediately. They're going to be sending someone not of the church, to watch over us and report back to Rome.
But Mother Superior, why are you so worried? Surely Rome doesn't need us.
We've been entrusted with the secret duties of the church.
Surely we can't be considered insignificant.
That's what I have confession to make. All these years I've been lying to Rome. I never told him how small our order really is. Matter of fact, I've made a point of disguising that fact. That's why you've been taught to sew as fast as 20 nuns. If Rome takes one look at us, they will shut us down for sure. We'll have to go work with the sisters of grueling hard labor.
Come on, you know you.
What are those buckets, sister?
They're for George, Mother Superior. In case we find any of that horrible devil's drink in his cabin, we'll pour it in the buckets and then we'll pour it in the gutter.
Very good thinking, sisters. Fight the evils of Satan's toilet order at every turn.
Mary who?
Now, I want you to go check
No,
on George.
Mary
I
fuck
want you to take care of that. And
Interesting.
I need to figure out what we're going to do.
It became more interesting.
Yes, Mother Superior.
He's like the loudest whisper ever. Shut the fuck up. You can't whisper for the life of you.
That was close. They almost saw us.
Jeez, Paul, you're as nervous as a marshmallow at camp now. Calm down.
It's easy for you to say. You didn't spend 12 years in Catholic school. You have no idea what these nuns are like. Sally, I feel very strange about all this.
Why? This is just like any other story we've been assigned.
Oh, really? What other story required us to do an expose on nuns?
Look, someone in this town has been making award-winning wine, and they just won a $500,000 prize. So it will only be an expose if the nuns are the ones making it.
Still, doesn't feel right.
Look, Paul, the chief promised whoever cracks this story a year's worth of front-page stories. Front page, Paul! Do you know what that could do for our careers?
I know, but spying on nuns?
Aren't you tired of writing for the society section? I don't know about you, but I took this job to report the hard news, not cakewalks and charity lunches.
Fine, let's just take a quick look around and get out of here. Boy, this place gives me the creeps. Never been in a convent.
Said me too.
You just said you went to Catholic school.
Yeah, I did, but we never saw where those nuns actually lived. For all we knew, they were like bats and slept upside down in coat closets. Boy, I don't miss those days at all. Those nuns used to scare me to death. Always stare. Not saying anything. Boy, you confess to anything, guilty or not, just to stop that stare. There was this one nun in my high school, gave me the willies so bad, I would stutter. I couldn't get a word out. It's horrible.
Don't you mean horrible?
That is not funny.
Hey, look at this.
Have it?
Don't touch that. It's holy. The nuns in this order sew and repair all the robes for the church. If the Pope rips the hem,
He sends it here to get it fixed. These
Like
are
those
very
Michael
sacred
Jackson.
things.
This place isn't so bad. You know, it's simple and kind of quiet. You know, I always thought we'd have a place like this. A little vineyard, some coziness.
We would have. If you hadn't left me at the altar.
Oh, Paul, you're not still sore, are you? Packing that Dylan boy's story finally got me noticed. I was the only reporter who reported it.
That's because everyone else was at the church waiting for you to show up.
Paul, we both agreed not getting married was the best thing to happen to our relationship.
Yeah, I know. It hasn't been easy since we started being assigned the same stories. Boy, the chief sure has a sadistic side.
They like created
Thanks
the
a
play.
lot.
No, you know what I mean, Sally. It's difficult sometimes. I still care about you. A lot.
So all they do here is sew?
They say the nuns here can pattern cut and sew a robe in less than 5 minutes.
Not me. I flunked home ec so many times. They made me take woodshop with the boys instead. Wait, where is everyone?
Well, the chief said there were 3 nuns here. We saw 2 of them heading outside, which means...
I've got to think.
That must be the Mother Superior. Hi, she can't know we're here.
Paul?
Hello.
Hello, you must be Mother Superior. I'm...
Oh, no need for introductions, dear. I know who you are.
You do?
Yes, I got the letter from Cardinal Redding, but come now, Sister Mary, wearing a veil and wimple.
But I'm not.
You must be from one of those modern orders. You'll find our dress here is a little more traditional. Let me look. Ah, here.
Big flavor
This is what you'll be expected to wear.
I think you must be mistaken. I'm not.
Not what?
Sorry, not
Not
sorry.
this size.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find something that fits you in the High Holy Closet. And if you don't, I know you can sew something quick enough. Now, I'll go check and make sure your room is ready.
She thinks you're a nun.
Isn't that
Yeah.
wonderful?
Why didn't you correct her?
And blow my cover? Are you kidding me? She just handed me a golden opportunity.
But you just lied to a nun.
I did no such thing. I didn't tell the truth.
That's the same thing.
Look, if she wants me to be Sister Mary, then I'll be Sister Mary. This way, I can get to know the other nuns, gain their trust, and find out if there's any funny business going on around here.
Do you have any idea how many sins you'll be committing if you impersonate a nun?
Paul, listen. The chief doesn't take either one of us seriously. Why else would he send us here? Do you actually think that 3 nuns are making award-winning wine? But if by some miracle it's true, then I want to be the one to blow the cover off the story. Now you can join me, or you can go back to writing about the cakewalk at Shady Glen Retirement Home.
Well, I'm not going to leave you here alone. This is crazy.
Sister Mary!
She's coming back.
Sister Mary, I forgot to mention, one of the things we honor here is a period of silence. When the church bells chime, you'll be expected to work in silence and prayer and meditation. And when the bells chime again, you may speak.
At what time does that happen?
It varies. On the high holy days, it could be, 7 or 8 times a day. Most days, it's 2 or 3. We feel it's the least we could do for he who has sacrificed so much.
Who's that?
Him.
There's a second floor to this building.
Jesus, dear.
Oh, right. Him.
Now, make sure your room is ready. Where are your bags?
I don't have. I gave away everything I owned before I arrived. I take my vow of poverty very seriously.
How charitable.
Yeah, the poor need so much more than I.
wonderful. I see you kept this old plain coat, though.
That coat happened to cost me 50, and I'm keep hanging on to it to give to a family in real need.
Numerous orphanages here, sister, that could use it. Whew. You will be an excellent addition to our convent. Now, I will leave you alone to pray in quiet.
Yes, of course. Praying.
Breakfast is at 4:30. I will see you then.
Excuse me! Did you say 4:30? Do you mean 4:30 in the morning? That 4:30.
Horrible, isn't it? We're extremely lazy around here.
Huh?
We're getting out of here now.
Are you nuts?
We can't do this.
We can't not do this.
This is morally, ethically, religiously wrong.
Do you know what your problem is, Paul Billings? You're too scared to go after the hard news. At the first sign of danger, ya run.
That's not true.
Isn't it? You got the same Dylan boys tip that I did, but you chose not to follow up on it.
I didn't follow up on it because we were getting married an hour later.
Well, I did, and that story won me a Pickering Award.
Not a lot of good that, did you? You're still covering the same second-rate stories I am, only instead of a husband to commiserate with, you've got a trophy. You didn't even try to reschedule the wedding.
There was no time. I was running around like mad. I had all those other stories I had to follow up on.
You weren't running around, Sally. You were running away. Just like you always do when someone gets too close.
I do not.
Why don't you just admit it? You're the one who's too scared. You don't want anyone to see the big, brave reporter let down her guard and show that she's got feelings.
Feelings don't win you a Pickering, and they certainly don't get you the front page.
No, but they do make you human.
Oh, I don't want to
You know
talk
what?
about
Never
that.
mind. Forget it. Let's just do our job and get out of here.
Okay, could you grab my coat first? I think she put it in the trunk. Oh,
Oh, hello. Who are you?
I'm Sister Mary.
Sister Mary?
This is Sister Mary.
Mary Catherine. Which one are you?
Excuse me?
Which Mary? I'm Mary Catherine, and you're Mary.
Mary.
Sister Mary.
Well, Bloody Mary was already taken. It's just a little joke.
I get it, just like the cocktail.
You mustn't talk about you know what here. Mother Superior feels drinking is one of the greatest sins one can commit.
She says it leads to a life of vice and sin. She's very passionate about it. She won't even let us say the word. We have to say things like, you know what, or Satan's bathwater, or the devil's hair tonic, or something like that.
I had no idea. Please forgive me.
Sister Augusta and I were wondering that you were going to be living with us as well, Sister Mary.
Yes. Yes, I was sent here by Cardinal what's his name? Redding? Yes! Cardinal Redding.
What a coincidence. He's responsible for me being here as well. And what a coincidence that we've arrived on the same day and have almost the same name. You're not an orphan too, are you?
Can't say that I am.
Sister Mary, you're an orphan? My entire family was killed in a terrible car accident outside of Paris. I was brought up in an all-girls orphanage. Every one of us became nuns. It was sort of expected. Except for one girl. She started a softball team.
I'll let Mother Superior know you're here, Mary Catherine.
And I'll go prepare another room.
So, Sister Mary Catherine, how's nun life treating you?
Can you keep a secret, Sister Mary?
You'd be amazed.
I'm not really a nun. I'm training to be a nun, but I'm still a novice. I talked with Cardinal Redding, and he's allowing me to stay here while I finish my training. They don't take novices at this order.
So I'm pretending that I've already entered the sisterhood. But I've been saddled with guilt ever since I arrived, and I've changed out of my novice whites into this garment. Please don't tell Mother Superior. I don't want to have to go back. I just know that the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing is my destiny.
No, honey, I won't tell a soul. The way I see it is it's sort of like you're living with your boyfriend before marrying him. Oh! Spiritually, I mean.
Well, how long have you been a sister, Sister Mary Mary?
Feels like such a short time. But I guess it was since I was 9.
9? I've never heard of anyone that young being allowed in the sisterhood.
Yeah. I was in a program for exceptionally pious kids. Yeah. My brother became a priest when he was 6.
Oh my. It must almost seem a burden to have so much goodness in you.
It is the cross that I bear. But doesn't it not make light of the cross Jesus bore? I'm just gonna go pray quietly for a moment.
Oh, Mother Superior.
I wasn't expecting you.
Well, Cardinal Benny said he sent a letter. Perhaps he just hasn't arrived yet.
Mother Superior, was that the letter you got last week?
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Those
Sister
two.
Augusta, please show Sister Mary Catherine to her room. She'll be in the room next to Sister Mary.
The two Marys. Mary sandwich. Actually, it's a Joe sandwich.
What's your second name, dear?
Mary.
No, your second name.
Mary.
Oh, it's Sister Mary Mary, Mother Superior.
Mary's
Oh, here then. Sister Augusta, please show Sister Mary Catherine to the room next to Sister Mary Mary. And then when you come back, bring Sister Philomena in here. In here. I'd like to speak to both of you.
Yeah.
Wanted to see us, Mother Superior?
We've caught ourselves a spy, sisters.
Who, Mother Superior?
Sister Mary Catherine. Did you see the way she looked? So innocent, so pure. I could tell right away she's the one that was sent from Rome to spy on us. Did you see how nervous she got around me? Like she's hiding something. Now, if she asks any questions, we must sin and fib a little. We need to tell her that there are many other nuns in our order, but they're on retreat. We can't let her know it's just the 3 of us. Well, 4 of us now with Sister Mary Mary.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Okay, now, Sister Augusta, I'd like you to follow her around and report back to me anything that seems suspicious.
Mother Superior, I haven't the time.
What do you mean? You and Philomena are almost done with the robes.
Well, we still have to talk to George, and...
Nonsense. George can wait till later. This is important.
But Mother's...
I want you to keep her busy. I want you to take her into town, show her around the grounds, make sure that she is kept busy.
But Mother Superior...
Just do it. I want to make sure she's too exhausted to do any spying. Now, I need to go figure out what we're going to do about this. Oh, poor Sister Mary Mary. She'll come to our convent during such a time of deceit.
How are we gonna make you know what with Mary Catherine poking around?
We'll just have to do it while she's asleep.
But it's already so late. We're not gonna get any sleep.
Would you rather they close down the convent?
No, it's just that.
Then go. Tell George he's finished picking the grapes, and I'll go make sure Mary Catherine isn't snooping around.
I just know this is God's way of punishing us for lying. Paul, the coast is clear.
Oh,
You must be the new sister. I'm Father Chanel. I'm the priest of the local parish.
Hello, Father.
My, it was a rather formal where you came from, wasn't it? Well, perhaps you can help. It's a high holy day tomorrow, and I see you're with my cassock. I was wondering if you might be able to make it.
Wouldn't it be easier to take to the seamstress?
But sister, you're a seamstress.
No! Yeah, why don't you can leave it here and I'll get to it a little bit later.
It's only a small tear. I don't suppose you can fix it now. I have a sunrise service in the morning.
Of course. It's just a small tear.
So, how do you like the convent so far? It's a little small, but they do good for the community. I see Sister Philomena and Sister Augusta, they go into town every week with their grape juice. And it seems to brighten the spirits of every soul in town. Well, I don't know how this order remained open with so little money coming into it, but I suppose our sisters are thrifty. Having some trouble.
I can't thread this stupid needle. I was never any good at this.
You're joking. I'm well aware that cardinal rating sends only those divinely gifted in the art of sewing to this convent.
Almost got it.
What's this?
There we go.
Well, I'll be. My old magician's trunk. I haven't seen this in years.
This isn't so bad.
I'll be right back. I just want to get a few things from the kitchen.
What were you saying about the... Paul!
Oh, Sister Mary. I have been overwhelmed with guilt ever since we last talked. You will keep what I told you about being a novice secret, won't you? They'll send me back if they know, and I just know that God wants me here.
Your secret is safe with me. No one will know you're not really a nun.
Oh, thank you, Sister Mary. Have a good night.
Sister
Augusta. It's all right, Sister Mary. Mother Superior knows all about Sister Mary Catherine. Was told to keep an eye on her so she stays out of trouble. Imagine seeing nuns like that.
Yeah, imagine. Paul!
I was quite the amateur magician. Perfectly solid knives. A perfectly solid box. And yet, Abracalooya!
What are you doing?
Amazing, your senses. Abracalooya!
My God! Stop it!
What's wrong, sister? It's only a parlor trick. Who's Paul?
Oh my God! He's the patron saint of straight seams. Oh God! Stay. Oh, bless this seam. Let it straight. Let it true.
Amen.
Here's your robe, Father.
You're probably still tired from your trip. Maybe, perhaps there's a robe I could borrow from the high holy closet.
Oh no.
Don't go in there! Don't! Why don't you make yourself a cup of tea, and before the water's boiling, I'll have this all fixed.
You sure it's not in position?
None whatsoever. Oh! What are you wearing?
I heard him coming over to the closet, so I threw this on. We gotta make a plan and get out of here.
Okay, but I cannot blow my cover. I have got to fix this. Who taught you that? I thought your mother died when you were young.
I'm full of surprises. What about you? I thought all girls knew how to sew.
Not me. I told you this. I flunked home ec. And all the icons.
All right, so get this back to him, and we'll make a plan. Get...
Sister Mary, I seem to be having trouble finding us. Oh. Hello, Father.
Hello? Father.
I'm Father Chenille.
Father Paul.
And what brings you to Shady Glen, Father Paul?
Oh, well, I was just visiting, say, Sister Mary.
Father Paul is my brother.
Yes, of course. This is my sister, Mary. I just wanted to make sure she arrived safely.
How very thoughtful. Will you be staying long?
A day or so. Yes.
I see. And what parish do you work at?
Well, that's hard to say.
He sort of floats around.
I go where they need me.
Oh, I see. A Jesuit.
Here is your robe, Father.
Such splendid sewing. I can see now why you were sent to this convent. Perhaps you and your brother, the father, would like to join me for tea, Sister Mary. I've got an entire kettle heating.
That
We
would
were
be
just on
lovely.
our way out.
Nonsense. Paul, we have time to join Father Chenille for a cup of tea. Besides, there's so many questions I'd like to ask.
Questions?
Yeah, I'm just so curious about the convent.
But Mary.
Paul?
Hey, why don't you two run ahead? I just have to remind Reverend Mother about services tomorrow. Come on. Mother Superior!
Father Chenille, what a nice surprise.
I'm in crisis, Mother Superior, crisis.
What is it?
Cardinal Renning's trying to get rid of me. He sent a young priest by the name of Father Paul to replace me.
What are you talking about?
He's the brother of Sister Mary. Perhaps she was sent here to pave the way for her brother, the father, to take over my parish.
You don't know any of this to be true.
Surely you've heard the rumors that Rome is sending out spies checking things out.
Yes, but I thought they were only interested in convents.
Why stop there? I know our little church is not raising a lot of money. I try to get the congregation to open their hearts and wallets. But I'm only one man. There's only so much I can do.
We don't know any of this for certain, Father.
If there was just some way to find out why Father Paul was saying it so suddenly. Mother Superior, could you help me?
I'm afraid I have troubles of my own, Father.
What is it?
Sister Mary Catherine, the one with the shady eyes. She was sent here to report back to Rome on us.
Another spy? First Father Paul, now Sister Mary Catherine. What is this world coming to?
Oh, Mother, Father. I was looking for Sister Augusta.
Oh, she's helping Sister Mary Catherine get settled. I will tell her that you're looking for her.
Thank you, Reverend Mother. Father.
Wait a minute, George.
Yes, Father.
Might I ask a favor of you?
Certainly, Father.
There's a new priest here, a Father Paul. I can't explain what I'm about to ask you to do. I can only say it would mean a great deal to me if you would comply.
Okay.
I want you to spy on Father Paul.
You want me to spy, Father?
The fate of the entire church is in your hands, son. Here's what I'd like you to do.
Mother Superior must think I'm a narcoleptic.
I don't know why you're so tired. I had to press and bottle all the you-know-what. No thanks to you.
I was in Mary Catherine's room all night whispering subconscious thoughts into her head. I read about it in a book last month. This woman wanted to quit smoking, so she made a recording of herself and over and over said, "Stop smoking, stop smoking." And morning she gave up smoking.
Well, Sister Mary Catherine doesn't smoke.
I know that. I wanted her to expose herself as a spy. So I said, confess, confess, over and over.
Did it work?
I know this morning.
Well, we finished, and that's the important thing. Now remember, the bottles with the red labels are the you-know-what. And the bottles with the white labels are the real grape juice.
Red, you know what. White, grape juice.
Thanks.
I'll remember.
I put the last 2 bottles of grape juice on the very edge of the
Go
shelf,
for it.
so we'll remember to take
I was
those
gonna go looking
first.
for, but I didn't realize.
The pressing room smells like you-know-what, so we'll have to keep Mother Superior out of there, at least until I can clean it up this morning.
Got it. I'm gonna find George to see if he can pick up the bottles from us for town.
Or not.
Good idea. Well,
Good morning, sisters.
George! What are you wearing? That's sacrilege!
Oh no, it's a cassock.
George, why are you dressed like that?
Father Chenille put me on a very secret mission. From now on, I'm Father George.
Father George.
Wait until he tells me it's okay to be groundskeeper George again.
I don't understand.
I can't explain to you just yet. Just remember, I'm Father George.
All right now, George. I mean Father George. We have a favor to ask of you.
Can you go into town and pick us up our bottles this morning?
I don't know. Father Chenille asked me to stay here all day.
Please, George. It's very important we get the empty bottles today.
We go ourselves, but we have all this sewing to finish.
Well, Father Paul was still asleep when I left my cabin. Maybe if I leave now, I can be back before he's up.
Thank you, George. Father George.
Good morning, sisters.
Good morning, Mary Catherine.
Good morning, Sister Mary Catherine. How are you feeling?
Is something the matter, Sister Augusta?
Checking in. Anything you'd like to tell us?
What do you mean?
Anything you'd like to confess?
Actually, there is.
I went down on
I drank the
George.
last of the grape juice at breakfast this morning.
Boring.
At all?
And I'm sorry?
No, she's done.
Listen, sisters, can I ask you a question? Is this building very old?
Yes.
Not really. Why?
I heard the strangest noises all through last night. I just thought it was the building settling.
Did the noises make you want to tell us anything?
You know, it sounds silly, but the noises sounded almost human. Like a voice telling me the strangest things.
Really? Like what?
It just kept saying, confess! Confess!
Maybe you have a heavy heart about something. A secret weighing you
She's watching
down.
something weird.
Something you'd like to confess.
I think I will take my sewing outside today. I'd like some quiet and time to reflect.
Finish it.
I'll come along. Oh, I don't mean to be impolite, Sister Augusta, but I'd like to go alone. We'll go alone together. Oh.
Sister, how's the sewing coming along? Should be finished soon. Mother Superior, where are you going?
To the pressing room, we've run out of juice.
I'll get you some.
Nonsense, you continue sewing. I can go.
The pressing room's a mess. Just wait.
Sister, I'm only going to get some bottles, not photograph it. Unless there's another reason you don't want me to go.
Grab the bottles with the white labels. They're more of what you're looking for.
All right.
What happened?
Oh, just a little spill. Grab the mop and bucket and you can help me clean it up.
I told you to grab the bottles with the white labels.
The ones with the white labels were the ones that fell. Now, someone left them dangerously close to the edge of the shelf. But just go to the kitchen, get the mop and bucket, and come and help me clean it up. I've gotten a little on my gown. I want to wash it off.
You look awful.
Remember the last time I woke up at 4:30 all
Never!
All right, now look, we both agreed. Ask a few questions, find out nothing's going on, and leave, all right?
I still don't know why you're so nervous about all this.
Look at me. You know how many rosaries I'll have to say for impersonating a priest?
You know, you look kind of good.
Think so? This robe doesn't make me look fat?
No, it really accentuates your broad shoulders.
I'm a little weightlifting with some of the guys at the gym after work, and Sally, I'm serious. Now, come on, let's just get out of here.
All right. I guess I'll go look for Sister Augusta and Sister Mary Catherine. You go find Mother Superior and Sister Philomena. We'll meet back here in an hour, trade notes, and figure out where to go from there.
I made my family disappear. Sure.
George, where are you?
Father George, you're back with the bottles already? Good morning, Father Chenille.
I take it you've been informed about Father George.
Yes, Father.
Have you seen him this morning? I've been looking for him everywhere.
He ran into town to do a quick errand. He'll be back shortly.
But he's supposed to be here, looking after Father. Never mind. He's supposed to be here is all.
There's tea in the kitchen if you'd like to wait for him, Father.
I would indeed.
You certain? Yes, Mother. I don't want you stepping on any glass. I can clean this up myself.
Thank you, sister. Father Paul.
Good morning, Mother Superior.
I trust your accommodations with Father George were acceptable.
Yes, very nice.
I see you missed breakfast this morning. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, I'm fine.
Father, can I ask you a rather odd question?
Of course, Mother.
Can you, tell when a person is lying?
I beg your pardon?
In confession, you see sinners all the time. Say someone came to you with a great sin. Say they were dressed as someone from the church to spy on us. Would you be able to tell?
I'm sure I don't really know what you're
I
referring
believe
to.
I have that gift, Father. I can tell a phony right away.
I'm sure I don't know
Father,
what you mean.
may I be frank with you? There's a deceiver in this convent. Father, you're stuttering.
Yes, no, deceiver.
Imagine. Sister Mary's audacity lying in a house of charity.
So you know about Sister Mary then?
Yes, it's painfully clear that Rome sent Sister Mary Catherine to spy on us.
Mary Catherine.
Yes, Father, she arrived late last night.
Oh, Mary Catherine!
Yes. Now, as much as I abhor myself for what I'm about to ask you, I feel I must for the sake of the convent.
What would you like me to do?
Dress as a nun.
I beg your pardon?
I need you to disguise yourself as a nun and spy on Sister Mary Catherine and report back to me. I know this sounds sinful and I must sound crazy, but I'm desperate. She's met everyone else here except you. Please, Father.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be deceitful? You were just saying.
No. I'm saying what she's doing is deceitful. A layperson disguising himself as clergy. But you're clergy disguising yourself as clergy. Please, Father, you're my only hope. Someone's coming. You've got to hide in the closet. Stay. I don't want her to see you.
I don't want to do this.
Please.
No.
Please, Father.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
I beg of you.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Please. convent is closed, they will not get our charity.
Orphans?
Yes, Father. In addition to our sewing, we hold charity events for the orphans.
I didn't know about the orphans. Of course, I'll help.
Ah, very good. Okay, go in the high holy closet and try to find a gown that fits you. I'm gonna get you a little plain veil, and I'll come back with my sewing kit, and we'll get you all set up. Now, hide in the closet. Discretion is imperative.
Father Paul?
Sister Philomena, right?
Yes. I was wondering who Mother Superior was speaking to.
Oh, you didn't happen to hear what we were talking about, did you?
Not really. Why?
No reason. I suppose I should go and pray or something, and you should empty that bucket. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Father.
I'll see you later.
All right.
I suppose I'll go back to Father George's then.
Okay.
Ah.
Father Chenille,
Oh, hello there, sister.
I need to speak with you. It's urgent.
Well, can it wait? I'm in desperate need to find Father George.
The God is speaking to me!
What?
It's a divine miracle. I hear voices. Last night, God told me to confess, and this morning he said, please.
Really?
But then, oh, Father, I also heard his voice.
Whose?
His.
His? What did he say?
God kept saying, confess, confess, please, please. But the devil was saying, no, no. It's as if they're fighting over my very soul.
Are you certain? Perhaps you only thought
I
you...
know what I heard with my own 2 ears. But Father, what am I to do?
Sister, have you anything to confess? Something that is burdening your heart? Perhaps that's why you thought you heard his voice.
Yes, there is something I need to confess right away.
Well, you'll have to find Father Paul, I'm afraid.
Oh,
He can take your confession. I must find Father George.
of course I'll find Father Paul. Who's Father Paul? Oh, Father. I need to make a confession quickly before it's too late.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, look, I gotta get these bottles to Sister Augusta and Sister Fellow.
But my eternal soul is in peril.
Hey, I would if I could, honestly, but I'm not qualified. Okay. You know, maybe not a formal confession. Maybe we could just go outside and talk.
Yes, I'd like that.
Okay. Hey, you know, you look really familiar. Have we met?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. Okay.
What's this? The sisters were right. There's almost a dozen empty bottles in here. All of them empty. George is a you-know-what-aholic. The sisters got to him in time to intervene. Superior. Oh, right.
Mother Superior!
Mother Superior!
Yes, Sister Lester. Sister Mary Catherine has gone up with Father George to give a confession.
That's fine, dear. Let them do the confession and then you can follow them around after.
A confession, Mother Superior, to Father George.
So you've said.
Father George, Mother George!
He's not really a priest.
No!
You've got to do something.
But what?
You've got to stop them.
Someone give us some fucking water or a cough drop. I swear to God. Yeah.
Sister Paula kissing like that.
But as Mother Superior explained, Sister Paula is from France.
I suppose they do greet people differently there. But I wonder if that's what they call a French kiss.
Oh no. A French kiss is with tongue. So I've been told. In confession, I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm a priest.
Well, I just hope that Sister Paula doesn't treat all of us like that.
Yeah. Sister Mary Catherine, may I ask you something? Something personal.
Certainly, Father.
Have you ever been in love?
What do you mean?
Like, before you became a nun, wasn't there someone in your life to whom you felt the least bit of attraction?
Yes, there was, Father. At the orphanage where I grew up, there was a groundskeeper who had a son, a handsome young man with whom I was quite smitten with. He used to read books all the time on his break. Shakespeare, Tolstoy, Bronte.
Charlotte or Emily?
Both. I used to watch him for hours on end from my window, but I was too shy to ever talk to him. Then one day he was gone. A new groundskeeper came. I never knew whatever happened to the boy, but I just know in my heart, if he were ever to return to me, I would remember what it was like to be in love again. It's just a silly old memory, Father. Why do you ask?
It's not a silly memory at all. The boy. Did you ever know his name?
No. Oh, but he had his initials monogrammed on his shirt, GD. If you pronounce it, it sounds like God.
Well, perhaps the boy is still out there looking for you. Perhaps the boy always knew that he was being watched because he was always watching you too. Perhaps the boy remains a groundskeeper to this very day, searching every window of that lovely young girl.
Perhaps, but I'll never know for certain. Besides, it's too late now. I'm a nun. Almost.
Almost?
Father, there's something that I wanted to confess. I'm not really a nun.
Well, you're not? That's wonderful. Wait. What do you mean you're not really a nun?
I'm still a novice. Cardinal Redding has allowed me to finish my training here because I'm so skilled at sewing. I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but I've been riddled with guilt ever since I got here. I feel sacrilegious wearing these garments before I've officially taken my vows.
Boy, have I got a confession for you as well. Ready? I'm not really a priest. I've just been telling you I was.
What?
Yeah, Father Chanel put me up to it. He's worried that Father Paul has been sent here to take over the parish, and he asked me to spy on him and report back what I see. So you see, I'm not really a priest at all.
But then who are you?
I'm the groundskeeper.
The groundskeeper? I just gave you a confession.
Yeah, I know, and it was just wonderful.
Oh, so you enjoy dressing up as a priest, do you, you sick man?
Well, hey, I only did it because Father Chanel asked me
Well, I
to.
don't care. You should never agree to
Oh,
it.
you don't understand, Mary Catherine.
I told you my most precious secret because I thought you were bound by the church to keep it confidential. But now you'll just go and tell everyone.
No, I won't, I swear.
How do I know that's just not another lie?
Oh, come on, Mary
No,
Catherine.
you're perverse. You and Father Chanel both.
Did I hear my name called?
Oh, you sick man! You!
What was that all about?
She knows I'm not really a priest.
You told her. But it's supposed to be a secret. As long as she doesn't go telling anyone. Now, what have you found out about Father Paul?
I don't have time for that now, Father. I've got to go convince Sister Mary Catherine not to become a nun. Mary Catherine, wait.
Well, she's already up. Oh, never mind. Mother Superior.
Yes, Father.
I trust that you're feeling better.
Fully revived, Father.
Good. Then, I was wondering if you mind telling me what in heaven's name is going on around here? Who is this Sister Paula? Where does she come from? Is she the spy that was sent by Rome?
No, of course not.
How can you be certain?
Well, that is to say she's my sister.
You have a sister?
Yes, my sister is also a sister. She's in town for a few days.
Quite a coincidence, your sister knowing Sister Mary Mary.
Yes, she's French.
Who, Sister Mary Mary?
No, Sister Paula. That's why she kisses people when she greets them. She's French.
Well, you're not.
I grew out of it.
I don't understand.
I'm afraid I don't either, really.
Oh, regardless. Have you seen Father Paul? I've been looking for him all day. I wanted to ask him if he would like to say late afternoon mass with me. You know what they say, keep your enemies close.
Sure, he's around here somewhere.
Well, if you see him, please send him over to me.
Will do.
Oh, and Mother,
Yes, Father.
I expect to see you in confession tomorrow.
I expect you will, Father. Father Paul, I'd like to speak with you.
Please, call me Sister Paula when I'm dressed like this. I don't have to make up another lie.
Yes, Sister Paula. Now, your discovery has forced me to commit a grave sin. I've lied to a priest. But, in order to save you some embarrassment, I need to explain to you the situation that I've created. You are my sister. You're French. And you kiss everyone like that when you first see them.
I do?
Yes, you do. Now, I realize no one is above reproach in this matter. But tell me, Father, why were you kissing Sister Mary Mary?
It's a good question. Awfully good. What was I doing kissing Sister Mary? Well, here's the thing. That is to say, you make me very nervous staring at me like that. Would you mind turning around for a second? I wasn't actually kissing Sister Mary Mary.
I saw you with my own eyes.
You only thought you saw us kissing. See, in fact, Sister Mary Mary is plagued with allergies. When she was younger, she almost died from a bee sting, anaphylactic shock. Well, this morning, a bee stung her on her lip. She was gasping for air. I walked in. I knew exactly what to do. So, to save her life, I ran over to her, and I tried to suck the bee stinger out of her lip. I looked around for a phone to call an ambulance, but there wasn't one. So I continued to suck on her lip until I could find one. Luckily, the shock of everyone screaming got her adrenaline pumping and worked the poison out of her system, thus saving her life.
This is terrible. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, well, she's very, she's very embarrassed about her allergy. She didn't want to make a bad impression.
Oh, that poor dear.
Yes, it's awful. It's awful.
Thank goodness you were there
oh,
to
yes.
save her.
Oh, yes,
oh,
yes,
my
yes.
goodness.
Yes, Sister Philomena. Mother, Sister Mary is inconsolable. She's locked herself in her room and refuses to come out.
She must be terribly embarrassed. Please tell her everything will be all right, and she should come down and join us for tea.
I've tried everything, Mother Superior, but it's just no use. She refuses to come out. She's very distraught, and I'm afraid she's going to do something drastic.
I will speak to her personally. You go back to your sewing, and I will speak to you later for Sister Paula.
France has some interesting customs.
Yes. Oui, it does.
I should like to visit it one day. What a wonderful way to say hello. Oh, thank God.
I thought you locked yourself in your room.
I climbed out the window. What are we gonna do? My cover was almost blown.
I did some quick thinking. I managed to convince Mother Superior that I was trying to suck a bee stinger out of your lip. I told her you were allergic.
She thought that?
Would a priest lie? Well, look, I haven't seen anything here that convinces me that anybody associated with this convent is making wine. Let's just call it quits.
Are you kidding me? What about that pressing room? Do you really think they're making grape juice in there?
Who cares? Let's just tell the chief there's nothing here and call it quits before things get any more ridiculous. Look at me! I'm a reporter, dressed as a priest, dressed as a nun. Now let's go.
Well, but wait. Why did you kiss me?
We'll talk about this later, like when I'm not wearing a dress.
No, I want to talk about it now. The next thing I know, we're rushed in there, and then you're kissing me.
I don't know. Yeah, it was the rush. I was flustered.
Are you sure it wasn't something more than that?
It wasn't. It shouldn't have happened. As you always say, breaking up is the best thing that ever happened to our relationship.
So you're sure it was just the heat of the moment? It's just accidental.
When I do dream about kissing you, we're not both dressed like nuns.
You dream about kissing me.
Oh, come on, this isn't the time, Sally.
Paul!
Okay, fine, yes. I dream about you. I think about you. A lot. Every moment of every day, actually. I promised myself that if you ever told me you loved me again, I'd whisk you away to Vegas before you had a chance to change your mind. Do you really think it's a coincidence that the chief assigns us to the same stories? I asked him to. I can't imagine a day in my life without you, Sally. You know, something I've been wanting to ask you. I'll ask you again, actually, but I've been too scared. Sally? Do you?
Do you hear something?
Go.
I'm so nervous about all of this.
To be nervous about. Just go grab any bottles of grape juice that George has in his cabin and replace the bottles of you-know-what Mother Superior brought into the kitchen this morning. We'll have plenty enough time to make juice after everyone's gone to bed.
But what if...
Nope. Just go. I'll go make sure no one tries to get into these bottles for lunch.
Hey, dirt!
Okay. You go find out for sure what's in those bottles in the kitchen. I'll tell Mother Superior I'm through playing with Sister Paula. Then I'll pretend that Father Paul had to go back to his parish so I can spy in my own clothes.
Okay, I'll meet you back here in 10 minutes.
Good, go. Where did my shirt?
Stop following me. I don't want to hear a word you have to say. Nothing you can say is of any
Hey,
interest
listen,
to me.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't care.
I didn't mean it.
I don't want to
Well,
listen.
it's because I love you.
What did you just say?
I love you. I've always loved you. From the moment we met.
We just met this morning.
Mary Catherine, don't you see? It's me, George Donnelly, GD, the son of the groundskeeper. It's me!
George?
Yes!
Oh, it is you. I mean, I thought you looked familiar, but I couldn't tell from where.
And now we found each other.
It's a miracle.
I wanted to tell you before, but I had to make sure it was really you.
And do you love me, George? As much as I've loved you?
I think about you every day since.
Oh, George.
Oh, Mary Catherine. Whoa, wait a minute. Now, are you sure you're not really a nun?
I'm not a nun.
Well, hallelujah!
You're not really a priest, right?
I'm not a priest!
And then, Sister Mary Catherine.
Sister Augusta!
George.
Sister Augusta?
Sister Augusta. Mother Superior. Sister Mary Catherine.
Mother Superior?
George!
Father Chenille?
Mother Superior!
Mother Chenille?
Mother George. Sister Mary Catherine.
Sister Mary.
George!
Oh, Sister Philomena.
Philomena! Mother Superior!
Nina.
Augusta!
Ready?
My children!
Mr. Paula left this morning.
Found it a little strange she left without saying goodbye. Note left in the kitchen.
I'm sure she had plenty of things to do.
Still makes you wonder.
Wonder what?
Is it possible Sister Paula was the spy?
Do you think?
No. Sister Mary Catherine is the spy sent from Rome. Sister Paula had nothing to do with this.
But Mother Superior, how can you be sure?
I just am, and let's let it go at that.
But still, it seems awfully suspicious.
Less work and less chatter and more work, girls. Now, we've got to get everything ready. Father Shield will be bringing back Cardinal Redding after the afternoon mass. Sister, please go and check on everything in the kitchen.
Yes, Mother Superior.
Sister Philomena, stay. I'd like to speak with you.
Yes, Mother Superior?
Sister, what was in the box that you brought in earlier?
Box, Mother Superior?
Yes, the cardboard box that made the sound of shattering glass?
Those were just grape juice bottles, Mother Superior.
From where?
George's cabin.
What were you doing with juice from George's cabin? Sister, why did you take the juice from George's cabin?
I took it because we had to replace the bottles in the kitchen.
What was wrong with the juice that was in the kitchen? Sister, I asked you a question. Sister, answer me. What was wrong with the juice that was in the kitchen?
It wasn't juice, Mother Superior, it was wine! Yes, wine! Satan's aperitif!
What was our juice doing replaced by what?
Please don't ask me any more questions.
Sister, why was our juice replaced by wine? Sister, tell me this instant!
Sister Augusta and I, we were secretly making wine for years and selling it to the locals to make money for the convent. We knew if you knew the truth, you'd stop us. So we've been lying to you this whole time. We're horrible, disgusting liars!
How dare you! You know how I feel about you-know-what.
If there were any other way, we would have gladly done it. But there wasn't. We could only sell so many bottles of grape juice. But once we started selling the you-know-what, well, it was a miracle! People bought it by the case! So once we were to keep we were to keep the convent open. That's the only way we could do it, Mother. This would all be so much easier if I only knew how to lie!
Once Cardinal Redding leaves, I will dole out punishment to you and Sister Augusta. In the meantime, no one is to know about this. If Rome finds out, they will shut us down for sure. Especially not that little sneak, Sister Mary Catherine. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Mother.
Go help Sister Augusta in the kitchen.
Oh dear. You will forget what I just told you. You will forget what I just told you.
Saints forgive us. Oh, well, I suppose you're French too.
Wait, what do you mean, Mother Superior?
Kissing Sister Mary Catherine like that. Shameful.
But she's not.
Oh, save your breath, George. I know she's not a nun.
You do?
Yes, but that does not give you any right to be kissing her like that, especially in front of a cardinal.
Begging your pardon, Mother Superior, but don't you find it odd how much Cardinal Redding looks like Father Paul?
I hadn't noticed.
Haven't noticed? They could be twins.
I suppose there's a slight resemblance.
It's more than just a slight resemblance. And besides, we've never seen the two of them together.
Oh, but Sister Mary has. She said that he was asleep in your cabin when Cardinal Redding arrived.
Still.
What are you saying, George, that Father Paul is dressing up like Cardinal Redding?
Not at all. I'm saying that Cardinal Redding dressed up like Father Paul. Maybe Cardinal Redding is a spy.
Preposterous. I'm sure that Rome has more important people to send, more important things to do than send a cardinal to spy on us.
Maybe not.
All right, George. When Cardinal Redding comes, I do not want you spouting any more of this ridiculous theory of yours. Do you understand?
Yes, Mother Superior.
Now, I'm going to go finish the food. You can pour the punch.
Yes, Mother Superior. A little bland. Ah, I know. Some grape juice from the pressing room. All right. Here we go. Here. Better.
Oh my God. Much better.
I think everybody needs to try some of this. Augusta, Elamina, Mother Superior, Father Chenille, Sister Mary Catherine.
Woohoo! Make one for me too.
Father Redding, Father Paul, whatever he wants to call himself. And the love of my life, Mary Catherine. She gets extra. I'll take the rest.
A little for everyone.
Woo! Twice as better. This grape juice makes all the difference.
George? Oh, George, what are we gonna do?
What do you mean?
We were caught kissing, George. I can't lie anymore. I've got to tell Mother Superior the truth.
Don't get so worked up. Here, have some punch.
No, thank you. I mean, this isn't at all how things were supposed to go.
Yeah, I know. Hey, you look thirsty.
No, thank you. I mean, I just didn't know what to do, so once everyone was done, I just ran off and prayed. But now I know I've got to tell Mother Superior that I'm not really a nun, that I'm still a novice.
All right, whatever you say. Now, you sure you don't want to try this punch because it's really good?
No, thank you. All right, I'm gonna go find Mother Superior. Wish me luck.
All right, it's luck you want. Good luck.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, right, you good. Boy, I have got to get the recipe for that punch.
I must say, Cardinal Redding, that was one of the more interesting masses I've ever attended. Until your sermon, I didn't realize Moses even had a dog.
Yes, Saint Bernard. He was actually responsible for putting out the fire in the burning bush.
And the way you sort of crammed all of those prayers and songs together, your mass only took 10 minutes.
Suppose I was still a bit flustered by all that went on this afternoon.
Quite understandable. I don't want you thinking that what you saw was at all tolerated. I can assure you this is a chaste and pure convent. Whatever you witnessed between Sister Mary, Catherine, and George was completely shocking to us as well.
As it should be. Now, if you excuse me for a few moments, I'd like to walk around for a bit, make sure there aren't any other infractions. Maybe talk to Sister Mary.
Certainly, Cardinal Redding, certainly. Punch. My, that's quite tasty.
He's got the best faces.
Quite tasty indeed.
Father Shinio, where's Cardinal Redding?
He's around us. This is really good punch.
Thank you.
No, this is really good punch.
Thank you, Father. Would you help me bring in the rest of the hors d'oeuvres?
It was one thing when I was pretending to be a priest. It's another when I was pretending to be a nun. But a cardinal? This is the last straw.
I noticed this. Crazy. But just buy me another hour. I want to check that pressing room. I think we may have found our secret winery.
Very more, Sally. These nuns are good people. They're not hurting anybody. I'm not going to turn them in just to get better writing assignments. Now, come on, let's go.
Are you kidding me? We're so close.
Sally, let's go.
I want to check the pressing room first.
Now, Sally.
What is wrong with you? We get this story. We're serious journalists. No more fluff pieces. No more sitting around in the bullpen listening to them laughing at us behind our backs. We'll finally be with the big boys. Don't you want that?
Not if it means hurting people.
Those nuns, nothing is going to happen to them except they'll be $500,000 richer.
Talking about us, Sally. Don't let another story come between us.
Is that what this is about?
That Dylan story broke us up. I spent the last year working with you day in and day out, just hoping that one day you'd look at me and realize what a mistake you made.
Oh.
Sally, I love you. There, I said it. I love you. You mean more to me than anything else in this world. I didn't go after that Dylan story, Sally, because nothing, not success, not the front page, not even a Pickering Award, is more important to me than you are. You are my front page news.
Oh, Paul!
Sally, the only thing I've ever asked from you is your hand in marriage. Now I'm asking for something else. If you care for me at all, let's let these nice people be. Go home.
I do care for you, Paul. Very much. But I've got to get this story! Ah!
Cardinal Redding, let me tell you again how thrilled the Sisters of Perpetual Sewing are to have you here with us today. It's just too bad that the other nuns were on retreat and couldn't join us today.
Well, I would like to propose a toast. To Cardinal Redding, a blessing on his visit and a blessing on his health. Cheers.
Oh! A word, sisters. What is the meaning of this?
Superior, I had no idea. George must have went into the pressing room.
Do you realize what we just did? We served you know what to a cardinal.
You're right, Father Chenille. This is really a good punch.
Do something. You've got to stop them before it treats them
On the wedding, the juice in his punch has gone sour.
What do you
Let me
mean?
get you something else to drink.
What do you mean? It's fine. It's fine.
No, really, it's not very good.
No, are you kidding me? This might be the best punch I ever tasted.
I agree. A little trick from my days as an amateur magician. I'm gonna make this punch disappear. Here, Cardinal Redding. Let me get you another glass. Sister Augusta, what is the meaning of this?
You will forget about the punch.
Can't the man just sleep in peace around here?
George, what are you doing down there?
I'm trying to take a nap, working like a dog all week, picking grapes, getting bottles, dressing up like a priest. Why am I wet? Oh, Cardinal Redding. What's up, kid?
That's enough, George. Go back to your cabin at once.
No, not without Mary Catherine. I'm not leaving without her.
What is happening to everyone here?
Well, look what I found!
George, have you been drinking in the pressing room?
No, I've been drinking out here.
This is not George's, Mother Superior. It is yours!
Mine?
Yes. This is proof that this convent has been making wine and selling it to the locals.
We're sinners! Forgive us!
Big mouth!
What is she talking about?
The Sisters of Perpetual Sewing had been making and selling wine for years.
It's true, but we had to. It was the only way to keep the convent open. It's just the four of us.
Oh, it's true, Cardinal Redding. We thought if you knew how small our order was, you would shut us down. We know you sent Sister Mary Catherine to spy on us.
What? No, I'm not a spy.
Of course you are, dear.
No, really, I'm not even a nun.
What?
Cardinal Redding allowed me to finish my training here because I'm so skilled at sewing before I take my vows next month. But I'm not going to take them anymore. I fall in love with George!
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay, since I'm not really a nun, there's no sin involved.
Cardinal Redding, I don't know how I can explain any of this to you.
Easy, that's not Cardinal Redding.
He's not!
No, Cardinal Redding is Japanese and 80 with an eye patch. No idea who he is.
Sister Paula! Father Paul!
I knew it!
Actually, it's just Paul. I'm a reporter. I work for the Times. I was sent here to cover a story about a local underground winery.
And you, Sister Mary?
Sally Andrews. I work with Paul.
I was so certain.
I know. And I'm sorry. But that doesn't change the fact that this convent has been making and selling wine for years. front page news. And I take it to the big time.
Sally, no.
I'm sorry, Paul. You may want to squander this opportunity, but this will finally get me where I'm going.
Where's that, Sally?
Somewhere I thought you wanted to be too. I'm sorry, Paul. I really am.
I guess all we have to do now is wait for Rome to close us down.
No.
I can't believe you did this to us.
Well, the Superior, I'm so
You should
sorry.
have known. You're always stuttering and nervous around me. Like those boys I used to teach at St. Julius de Orange High School.
St. Julius d'Orange? Sister Margaret?
Paul Billings?
So it really is you. I can't believe it.
Paul Billings, I should have known.
So you remember me then after all this time?
Of course I remember you. I always remember the troublemakers. Plus, you reminded me so much of my late husband.
You were married?
Yes, I was a widow before I became a nun. I had 2 children, twins, a boy and a girl. Their father, may he rest in peace, enjoyed you-know-what a little too much. One night, we were vacationing in France, and he drove our car into a telephone pole. I woke up 2 days later in a Catholic hospital. I had no idea what had happened. Speaking no English, they couldn't tell me what had happened. I could see it in their eyes. My whole family was killed. That's why I can never utter the words associated with Satan's drink. It's just too painful.
France? Where in France?
Oh, a little town. Probably never heard of it. A small place called
Côte de Cashmere.
How'd you know that?
I was found on the doorstep of a boys' orphanage outside of a little town called Côte de Cashmere.
And I was brought up on the doorstep of a girls' orphanage outside of Côte de Cashmere.
How old are you?
I'm 30. How old are you?
30. My birthday is
April
April 11th. Sister! I have so many questions. Tell us everything, Mother. What was Father like? Was he smart?
Oh, very.
Oh, was he handsome?
Very.
What did he do for a living?
He was a salesman. Actually very good at what he did. He sold.
Bedspreads,
Yes, but how did you know?
chenille. The accident altered my face, but never my heart.
Lawrence!
I asked him not to tell you that I survived. I couldn't face you after the accident, Margaret. I had to get myself sober, to start over again. I was no good to you. I was a bad husband and a bad father. So, I did what any amateur magician does. I made myself disappear. I came to America and started anew. I got a marriage annulled. It was then I found my calling. I began training for my ordination that very night. Years later, when I was assigned to this parish and I found you again, it felt like the hand of God was bringing us back together. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you the truth. That's why I was so upset when I thought Father Paul was taking over the parish. I couldn't bear the thought of leaving you again.
Oh, Lawrence.
I can't do it! I can't go through with it. You're right, Paul. I do run away from my feelings. I left you at the altar because I was too scared to let myself depend on someone else. But when I left you just now, I felt like the loneliest girl in the world. I There, I said it! I love you too!
Mom, Dad, sis! This is Sally, my soon-to-be, again, wife.
Oh, what is with this, Mom, Dad? Have a little respect.
No, Sally, this is my mother, the mother, my father, the father, and my sister, the sister. I'll fill you in on the way to Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah, I promised myself that we'd get hitched the minute she told me she loved me again.
Well, why wait for Vegas? You got your old man to do the ceremony now.
Oh, Sally, could we, before another story gets in the way?
I can't think of a better story to cover than true love conquering all. Except, of course, a local convent winning $500,000.
What do you mean?
Your wine has won a contest worth $500,000. That's the story we were sent to cover. Our newspaper staff has been looking for the winners.
$500,000!
We won't be considered to do
We won't have to close our doors! Hallelujah!
Oh, Mary Catherine, will you do me the honor?
Yes, George! Glory be! A double wedding!
We're already set up for the reception.
Food and wine for everyone!
Mother Superior, you said you know what?
As it says in Deuteronomy, use the money for whatever your heart desires. Oxen, sheep, wine, or strong drink. And rejoice in the Lord, you and your household. Amen.